It's more confusing than Inception, harder than an erection. It's cooler than Andre 3000. Oh, let's get ready for Sweet Connection.
Hello and welcome to Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Kat. With me today is Jason Lewis.
Whoa.
A festive episode, sort of.
It's a bit late.
Well, we're in between, at the time of recording, in between Christmas and New Year.
We're in no man's
We're
land.
in the nether zone.
Yeah, we're...
Where nothing happens.
Do you know what day it is today?
I've been drinking for about 4 days straight. I have no idea what year I'm in.
It's Bank Holiday Monday today.
Yes.
Yeah?
Because fortunately for us, Christmas fell on a Saturday, Boxing Day on a Sunday. So in the UK, we get Monday and Tuesday off. So we've got 4.
Well, I'm off for the rest of the year, so...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you book holiday for that?
No, just...
So your office is closed down?
No, we've got people in we got the office is manned tomorrow and the day after, but I don't need to. I can just relax, drink some beer, and just wish my life away.
Oh, that's good. So, how have you been?
All right, yeah, I'm in a very good place and in a good mood at the minute. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
I was in a good mood until your foot just touched my knee just then.
Yeah,
and now I'm in a slightly erotic mood. So that's good.
Nice.
Have you got? So let's talk about Christmas. How was your Christmas?
Lovely.
Yeah,
lovely.
Talk us through your Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day.
Yeah, so Christmas Eve, the usual Christmas Eve box with Christmas pyjamas in for Arthur. Out delivering presents. We had a little bit of a party, which was quite nice. A few family members come round. Even ones from Scotland, so we haven't seen them for a long time. Good. So we hosted a little party. Arthur had his cousin there, who's the same age. So that was nice. Arthur then went to bed at about 8. So then we organised the presents. By this stage, I've had enough beers, we'll say, and we were organising the presents. Me and Cassandra ready because that's what Santa was doing. He came to organise. Basically, Arthur hates Father Christmas.
Okay.
He's an awful man, according to Arthur.
Why does Arthur think that?
I don't know, but basically all the presents have already been under the tree for a couple of days.
Okay.
And Arthur would go, Father Christmas won't come in my house now, will he? He's not coming around anymore, is he? And we were like, no, it's all right, mate. He's only going to come round and organise the presents. He's like, well, he's not coming in my room, is he? I was like, no, Arthur, don't worry, because he's free. It was free in January, so he's basically free.
Yeah.
So we were organising the presents, and I've had a few beers by this stage, and Cassandra's organising the presents, and then she gets onto her pile, and she's trying to guess what I've got her for Christmas, and she holds up this one present, and it's quite clearly a record, like for a vinyl disc, and she's like, "Oh, I reckon this is Taylor Swift's new vinyl," and it was, and I just wasn't talking. She then moved on.
I don't understand why people want to guess presents. Laura was trying to do that to me at Christmas Day, and it's just like, if you guess right, it's boring.
Yeah.
If you guess wrong and you say, oh, is it this? And it's not, just like, oh, well, clearly you wanted that. But then it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, but then she picked up a box next. Now, for as long as I've known Cassandra, which is 6-7 years, she's always wanted a pair of roller skates. Always. I don't know why, and I've never got them, but this year I did. And she picked up this box, bearing in mind that she's been guessing other presents. She didn't guess this one, and she went, oh, I wonder what this is. And the next words out of my mouth were, well, it's not a pair of roller skates.
Just to throw her off the set.
And then she was like, you got me a pair of roller skates? And then I was like, oh, fuck. So I gave it away.
Just don't get involved in that.
Yeah.
Game, right? It's not a game.
But Christmas morning, got to about...
So what time do you get up Christmas morning?
So I was already awake at 7 because that's like what I normally wake up for. Got to about 7:45 and Arthur was still asleep.
Wow.
So we had to wake him up. He then opened...
Wouldn't you have just let him sleep and just
because obviously
had an early morning beer?
Normal toddler routine. He needed breakfast and stuff, which was just chocolate and sausages, but it's fine.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah. He opened a few presents. This is, I mean, as I said, he's nearly 3. So beforehand, opening presents, we always used to have to help him and all this sort of stuff. This year he was doing it all himself.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it was really sweet how he was like, what is it? What is it? And then open it up and, of course, it's a digger because every fucking present's been a digger. I've never seen so many diggers in my life. And now I know exactly. I mean, can you tell me the different types of diggers that there are?
There's a dump truck. There's...
You only
like
know
an
that because
actual
Arthur
digger?
left one here. Yeah, what's that called?
It's the one with the actual big kind of claw digger thing.
It's called an excavator.
Oh, I did know
Road
that.
roller, front loader, backhoe. I know them all.
You know what? I should have known that because actually my job does entail to me that I do the customs for JCB
You should
stuff.
take Arthur into work if you were there.
I should know that.
He would open a few presents and he's like, right, I need a break now. And it
Fucking
was
hell.
really sweet. And then he just...
Was he good when he unwrapped the present? Was he good in the sense that he was just like,
It was
oh,
intense.
this is good, and not like
Moving
iffy,
on. Yeah.
and not like, oh, thanks.
No,
Or
I thought he'd be unwrap something, not even look at it, unwrap the next thing. But it was literally, he would unwrap something, ask who it's from, which I thought was pretty impressive.
And you said Santa for all of them, just to freak him out.
No. And then it's quite attentive. What is it? Looked at it, wanted to play with it, waited, opened another toy. And so it was actually really good. Then me and my dad always go to the cemetery, just a little thing that we do. Got back, we all ate dinner or lunch, Christmas lunch.
So do you have your Christmas meal at lunch? Well,
It was about
lunch.
1:30. Yeah. So
Okay.
and then
Because we have ours at like dinner time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At dinner time, it's more like leftover meats and sandwiches and all that sort of stuff, and cheese boards and all that sort of stuff. But we had like my brother-in-laws, my sister-in-laws there.
Whose house were you at?
My house.
You're at yours, yeah.
Then in the evening, went back to my dad's, had a beer with him, which is quite nice because he hasn't been allowed to have a beer for like the last 13 months. And then Arthur fell asleep about 7 and I fell asleep at about 7:10. Woke up Boxing Day and had to do it all again with my mum's side of the family. And that was quite fun. More diggers, more batteries, more Arthur asking me to build stuff, and I don't know, I'm fucking Scooby about how to build stuff. More food, more beer, and then here we are today. And we're going to go out for more food.
We're currently
and more
drinking beer.
But there's less diggers. So
There's less digger. Well, just wait until you see the taxi I've got. It's just a full, like, 17-ton...
It's Arthur's obsession with
excavator.
diggers has got to the point that if I'm out in the car on my own and I see, like, a digger, I always, like, smile and, like, oh, that's a sort of thing. And if I'm out walking, I'll take a picture of it to show him later. I've got about 10 pictures of diggers.
I'm sure that I've been in the car with you, and I don't think we passed a digger, but we passed something. And you said something in, like, a baby child voice, because you assumed Arthur was in the back.
Yeah.
And I was just like... Jason, it's me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're just like,
That's when we were
a
driving
bus
past.
or something.
That's
I can't remember what it was.
It was a double-decker bus, wasn't it? And I was like, oh, it's a double-decker bus. A big, red. And you're like, Jason, shut the fuck up.
Jason, like, we just dropped Arthur up. We didn't do this for me.
Yeah, it's...
So you had a good Christmas?
Yeah, it went a lot better than I thought it would.
That's good.
So, yeah, what about you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, because my mum doesn't hate Christmas, but she likes to spend Christmas alone.
Okay.
Sort of thing. She prefers to do stuff on Boxing Day.
Okay.
But I went to see her on Christmas Eve. Had a beer with her, got presents and stuff. I think she might have actually like worked Christmas Day.
Did Laura?
Laura didn't work Christmas Day. No, she was off. She worked Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day got up at 9:30, and we went to see my dad's side of the family in Claydon. So
new house?
Yeah, we saw the new house. Yeah, but I had seen the new house before because I helped move into it. So we saw dad's side of the family. Again, not for very long. I mean, it was more of a morning thing. So it was too early to even have a beer because it was like 10 o'clock.
It's never too early.
I know, but I was quite surprised how
well behaved you were.
No, how like so when they offered me a drink, I was just like, "Can I have a cup of tea?" Didn't even want a beer.
I think I cracked open my first beer on Christmas Day at 11.
I think I was quite
11,
good. I don't think I had one till like 2 o'clock in the
But
afternoon.
I only had like 4 or 5. I didn't have. I didn't get paralytic.
So my one did that. we were there for about an hour, just doing presents and stuff, all good. Came back down, and we were having Laura's mum and dad and her brother over to our new house for the Christmas dinner, of which Laura and Laura's mum were cooking, and I took no part in it.
Turkey?
No, we had chicken and gammon, 2 meats.
Oh, we had turkey, pork and gammon.
Oh, see, I was looking forward to like proper pork.
Yeah.
But then they said, because I don't think Laura's dad wanted chicken or something, so they got gammon. So I was like, okay, I'll have chicken and gammon.
I love gammon.
Then they came round. We hooked my laptop up to the new TV so we could play games on the TV in the lounge, and we had a good time. They brought over about 17 bottles of Schlur. What is it about Christmas? And we still have some in the fridge, which we can have tonight. What is it about people go nuts? Everyone loves Schlur. Schlur is like a grape based soda type thing,
but
it's
weird,
but it is posh. It's like a non-alcoholic wine.
It's like,
but it tastes very sweet.
Isn't it?
And I've never met anyone who doesn't like it.
No.
Everyone goes, and they only drink it at Christmas.
Yeah.
What is with that? It's
weird, isn't it? It's a party drink, isn't it?
It's very much a party drink.
Yeah.
Very party
Did
drink.
you get many gifts through your work?
We did Secret Santa.
Nice. But I meant like clients and
other
companies.
No,
and stuff.
at my old job, we did, and then they'd like sort of raffle them off. But at my new job, it's not the same like industry that you do that. I'm guessing you got a lot.
I got so much.
What, like just
and I just
booze and
re-gifted
food
a
and
lot
stuff?
of it. So I got given a bottle of champagne, not like Prosecco, a bottle of champagne.
You brought it over here. You could have some
I
champagne.
re-gifted that.
Okay.
About 4 or 5 bottles of red wine, and I was like, you're nosy because I come from like solicitors and clients and stuff. So I was nosy, and like the cheapest bottle of wine I was given was like 17 quid. Bottle of Prosecco.
That's not bad though. 17 quid for wine's pretty expensive.
Big bottle of whiskey, which I re-gifted to my father-in-law. Yeah. He shook my hand and said, that's so grateful of you, that's gone in my fancy drinks cabinet. And I went,
oh, that's nice.
Didn't cost me a penny, but I won't tell you that.
I got my Nana whiskey as well. Actually.
Did you?
Yeah, she's a fucking savage. She can just drink whiskey.
So many boxes of chocolates, which I've re-gifted.
Yeah.
Mad. Absolutely mad. Very thankful, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorted me out of a bit of a... Shit, I forgot it is personal present. Why can't I get it from the box?
See, I mean, my Christmas is quite straightforward. I only have about 6 or 7 people I have to buy presents for. I'll list them: Laura, my dad, Mum, Nana, and then my 3 nieces and nephews who just get money in the card. Yeah. So that's 4 people who have to buy gifts for.
Well, don't forget,
You've got quite a lot.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. I've got 10 nieces and nephews to buy for. Plus my own kid. Yeah, plus my own kids.
That is a lot.
Parents, parent-in-laws.
Got 10 nieces and nephews.
Spread across the 2 families.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
11. Sorry, one was born a couple of days ago.
What, they're born on Christmas Day?
No, she was born 22nd, but was kept in hospital until Christmas Eve. Oh, so it's quite a nice little Christmas present for my sister.
Yeah, that's good. But then we had Laura and Laura's mum cooked an enormous Christmas dinner. I mean, like, it was like the plate they gave me was basically bursting. It was like a mountain of food, and I got through it. No one else finished their plate, and that was probably about 7 o'clock, and after that, I was out for the count. You know how bad it was? I stopped drinking beer because I was falling asleep on the sofa. I needed all my energy to digest that amount of food. So I was laying on the sofa, laying like on Laura when we were all playing like games on the TV and stuff. And I was just like, kind of, my eyes were just kind of, and I keep getting up, and then I had to kind of sit up. And
do you know, you are such a dad without a kid.
I know, it's great.
It's so weird.
It's great. And I was just like, if I keep drinking, because I've been drinking prior to having dinner. If I keep drinking, I am actually going to fall asleep on the sofa, and I can't do that.
Me and you did.
And I can't do that when I've got guests round.
No.
So I had to stop drinking. I was like, you know what? And then I think they left at about 10 o'clock, and 10 o'clock's a really early time for me to go to bed. But I was like,
is it?
Yeah, but I was just like, because normally on a weekday when I've got work, about 12:30 is when I go to bed. Because I get up at 8:30, so
Yeah.
that's still 8 hours of
If I've
sleep.
got half hour, I'm asleep by like 8. Because I'll do his bedtime and then I'll fall asleep whilst doing his bedtime.
But like 10 o'clock that's the earliest I've been to bed in fucking like months or years. Possibly.
It's a nice day, though, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
yeah. So our Christmas food was I went to the butcher's and got a hamper because I was expecting 3 or 4. I was expecting 2 more, but obviously then he had a baby, so they couldn't come.
Okay.
We had so much meat, and because we got like sausage meat and all that sort of stuff, we had sausage rolls the day before, pigs in blankets, sausages and bacon for breakfast. Oh, mate, it was a
lot of red meat, though, isn't it?
I was like in a coma by about 5 o'clock, and then when I thought I need to do something, so I walked to my dad's, who's just down the road, and that I needed that fresh air, like sorted me right out. But it's worth it. It's worth it. I do it all again. That was a really good. That was my favourite Christmas since Arthur's been born.
I had a very good time. It's nice to have Christmas in your own house, sort of thing. And even when you have guests over, because really, that's the first time we've had guests over round ours. Not this house, but like even at our old house, we've never had.
No, we've always.
Well, no, like me and Laura have generally only had Christmas dinner with us too, because either most of the time for the past few years she's been working Christmas Day, so we'd have dinner at like 9 o'clock in the evening or whatever, and I'll go out and do my stuff in the morning. But this is the first time I've had guests round, and I was like, it's nice. And then when the guests leave, you can just go to bed.
Yeah,
which is good. So what did you get for Christmas?
I got a load of dad stuff. You know,
what is dad stuff?
Like socks. Smellies. I got a load of sweets.
Sweets?
Yeah. Look at the size of me. And all that sort of stuff. But I got a load of like phone. Like I got AirPods. All that sort of stuff.
Oh, AirPods.
Not real ones. Okay. But I also got a ring. I forgot me a ring.
I noticed a ring. I didn't know.
With his, because obviously I don't wear a wedding ring.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
With his initials on. So
can I have a look?
I wanted it to go on my index finger, but it only just doesn't fit. So I'm going to, obviously, when I crack on with the fitness in the new year, should hopefully lose a bit of weight off my hands.
For it to go on
and then it will go on. I want it to go on this index finger.
Is that weird to have a ring on an index finger?
Well,
I want to put it on your middle finger. I suppose that's
the middle finger. The middle finger for me is the weirdest finger to have a ring on. Index finger.
Why not just have it on the right hand ring finger?
That's what I've got it on at the minute.
But that's fine.
Yeah,
just leave it as that.
Just
that's the ring finger, but obviously it isn't a wedding ring. It's not on your left hand.
Yeah.
That's cool. What is it?
It's just because.
So what is it made out of?
I don't know. Plastic.
It's not plastic. It's metal.
The thing is, as well, Arthur's full initials are ASML.
Can I guess Arthur's middle name?
Yeah, got him.
So it's Arthur.
So it's Arthur Scott.
Yeah, Arthur Scott. You know what? For a minute, I forgot what the L stood for. I was like, oh yeah, that's obviously your name, Lewis. Arthur Scott. Mark?
No.
No, I do know it. When you say it, I'll kick myself. Go on, say it.
Matthew.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. I didn't realise that.
The thing is, if we were to do it properly, the initials on the ring would have been ASL. And you know what that means, don't you?
Which is that? It does here.
It's Omegle, isn't it? What's your ASL? 12, female, Suffolk.
Oh no, what the fuck am I thinking of? ASM.
ASM.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, sorry. ASL is what you used to
sex
type in an internet chat room and back in the day.
Or it's AM. Well, it's ASML, which doesn't fit. So it's AML because obviously his first name is 2 first names.
Yeah,
which doesn't make sense. But I love that.
That's cool.
Yeah. What else did I get? Shoes, smellies.
Some shoes.
Just work shoes.
Okay. That's cool though.
Yeah. So yeah. What did you get?
Laura got me. What did she get me? She got me a beard trimmer, as you might have noticed.
Sorry.
Fucking hell. I've just started, Jason.
My nan
got
me 2 separate beard trimmers, like a small box of one, and then a big box. Literally the smaller box one in the big box, but the big box comes with accessories. And I said, now, why have you got me 2? And she said, so you can get rid of that beard of yours. And I was like, as a typical old lady, she thinks I look like a terrorist. Because I've got a beard.
Isn't that long?
No, exactly. I cleaned it up. Anyway,
my beard's longer than your beard.
Yeah, I trimmed mine out. Anyway, so you got a beard trimmer.
Yeah, got a beard trimmer.
Good.
And I tried it out literally just before you came.
Yeah.
So do you think it's a bit tidier?
I think you need to brush it a little bit because it's a bit hazy.
Yeah, but that's the tash though. I mean, do you trim the tash? Because I've been leaving the tash grow.
I don't like it when the tash goes above my my lip, so I trim it back.
But
like the corners of
the handlebar bit, because your one is the same length as your beard.
Yeah.
But I haven't trimmed it, so I can do the old handle.
Yeah.
I can twist it up like a.
But no, the rest of it's pretty smart. Lift your head up. Let me see your neck, because that's where. Yeah, that looks good. You've done all right. Yeah. Just could do with a little bit on the cheek.
No, but I did try to trim the cheek the last time I did it, and I prefer a slightly natural.
Okay.
More of a line. I don't like a straight line.
Have you graded and gone through your whole beard? What grade do you do?
So I did. Well, I'm not sure what grade because the beard trimmer that I got is only measured in millimeters, but approximately my chin was grade 5, my cheeks were grade 4, and my sideburns were grade 3.
I just do 4 all over, then blend it because I got skin, I got scalp, on the side of my head, so just sort of blend that in.
Yeah. I might try and go next time grade 4, grade 3, grade 2 and see how that looks.
Yeah. Speaking of hair, I went to my hairdresser's on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I managed to get an appointment there. And I didn't know what to get him. I thought I'll go with something.
You don't need to get your fucking hairdresser anything.
I do. You don't
You pay him to do a service. He does the service. You then leave.
Yeah, but don't worry because you'll hear. Because I was like, I went like a week earlier to get Arthur's haircut. And I was like, oh, do you guys drink beer or anything? He says, no, I've stopped drinking. So I went on Christmas Eve. I went in and got him a Greg's sausage roll, a donut, and a Dr. Pepper.
Well,
my haircut was at 1:30.
It's a nice token, though. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a very nice token.
Yeah. And then I tipped him a £5.
That's good. So what? So I go like that. Again, just the classic. I've got 2 separate wash bag sets. One from my nana and one from Laura's nana and granddad.
Exactly the same? Or?
No, not the same. A different sort of thing.
Okay.
So just that. Dad got me some new smart trainers, which was nice.
Nice.
And,
gonna wear them out tonight?
No, because it's a bit wet, so I'm gonna wear my boots out tonight.
Fair. That's what I'm doing.
So I had a really good Christmas. Very good Christmas. So
good.
Yeah, just trying to think what's happened in the past. Oh yeah, I went to London again, out with the lads. In London.
Yep.
It wasn't me who's organising it.
I saw.
And
would have been nice if my dear friend dropped a message and said, "What about Jason?" But nope.
Anyway,
I wouldn't have gone anyway.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't have gone. And that was good. I enjoyed that. Saw a lot of people who haven't seen in a while. So
we discussed this outside the show and where you couldn't find anywhere to eat. Is that the same one? Yeah.
Yes, one. Yeah, yeah. But the highlight story from that is a story friend of the show Adam told me, which I haven't told you.
Okay.
About the crazy lady.
No.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. This I was amazed by this story because it was very strange. But basically, Adam, he lives a bit further away from us, and him and his girlfriend used to live in a flat 2 stories high.
A masonette.
The bottom
a duplex.
I'm not sure, but the bottom floor was I
am sure.
Was a kebab shop.
Okay.
So that's very handy. Second floor is going to be a crazy lady. Top floor was them, right? And this lady, she's obviously not got a full ticket, right?
Okay.
She's a bit crazy, and she seems to be obsessed with Adam, right?
Aren't we all?
To the point where when he's walking down the stairs, she'll just start shouting stuff at him about how he's going to rape her and stuff. So obviously she's a bit...
Oh, right, okay.
Stuff. And basically anytime Adam would walk through, she would just hurl abuse, like horrible, violent abuse.
Oh, I thought you meant like obsessed, as if to say like she wanted to be with him or something.
Oh, no. Like she... Just think about every time you went into your house, someone just started proper yelling, screaming abuse at you. And basically at night... she would just scream and holler and bang around to the point where they just couldn't sleep for like days at a time. They called the police, obviously, because it is like, harassment of him and, noise. And in typical police fashion, for minor crimes, they were pretty piss poor. So they were just like, yeah, we'll just take a report and file it in this filing cabinet.
That looks like a bin.
It looks like a shredder.
Yeah.
So just put it... and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it got to the point where, now this I think is quite sweet, because he then chose to work from home because his girlfriend was working from home. And he's just like, I'm not leaving her alone in the flat when there's this fucking nutcase downstairs. So him and her have been working from home. But whenever he wasn't in the flat and his girlfriend came home, the men in the kebab shop would walk her up the stairs because that crazy person has been abusing like them as well. I think it's just men. Yeah. Anytime a man walks past or whatever, she just opens the door and starts like yelling and screaming and hollering and fucking abusing and blah blah blah. And this had gone on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then Adam was just in his flat, and then he heard this like not so much a scratching sound at the door, but like a stabbing at the door, and he opened the door, and this woman had like a wooden stake, I'm not sure where she got it from,
oh my God,
and was fucking taking chunks out of their fucking door.
Yeah.
So obviously Adam was just like, you know, obviously had like a shouting match with her, and she goes fucking down the upstairs and blah blah blah, and the door is got like chunks gotten out of her. So she isn't just crazy, she's also like violent, dangerous, right? And then she'd do things like she would open up her black bin bag on the stairs that Adam and his girlfriend would walk down, and then also she I think she's Italian, he said, and she dumped a load of olive oil on the stairs as well, so that he might
doing damage then.
So that he might, like, you know, slip and fall down the stairs. But when he walked down...
Was she a cartoon character?
Yeah. I think it was Wile E. Coyote.
Did she put up a brick wall but painted a tunnel? I love that we went down the same route.
It's funny because it didn't happen to us. No, it's not funny. But when he walked out and he smelt kind of olive oil, he wasn't sure whether it was like petrol or whether he was going to walk on the stairs and she's going to fucking light the fucking... And anyway, this was going on for fucking weeks. And then they had the police round during the day, and in typical police fashion, they were just kind of like, you know, not that interested, taking down the notes. Yeah, she's been harassing you. Yeah, she's noisy and blah blah blah. And that she then picks that moment to start off one of her like screaming noise things.
That's perfect.
And then the police went from like dull, uninteresting, right down to shit. That isn't just like noise. That is screaming at the top of her lungs. But, you know, violent, fucking crazy. So as soon as she started doing that, they were like perked up, just like, oh,
this is why we're here.
This is why they've been calling us. Because and then they walked downstairs. But then the crazy lady thought it was Adam walking downstairs, so then she picked that moment to start abusing what she thought was Adam, but was actually two police officers. And then as the police officers came down the stairs, and she realised that, she started like screaming how, like, I don't know, they were going to rape her or whatever. And then she went back into her flat, slammed the door, she locked the door, and then they obviously like knocked on the door saying, you know, can we speak with you? Because clearly what they've been saying for the past few weeks is very much true and greater than what they assumed. And then she was just like, if you don't leave, I'm going to call the police. And she says, and they're just like, we're already here.
Go on then.
Go on then, we're already here.
I wonder what her apartment was like.
I don't know, but I wonder why the landlord kept her in. Because
maybe she owned it.
No, she didn't own it. She was just a normal tenant. But it's crazy how the landlord, you know. So now, fortunately, they've moved out and they've moved to a bigger flat, a nicer flat, away from this crap. But I just thought that is fucking.
It's London for you.
It's not London.
Where does he live?
He lives in Bristol.
Oh fuck! So that's Bristol for you.
That's Bristol for you. But I've just thought that is like, imagine, like, that's pretty scary. Mad. Even. You know, because I think she was just like a small middle-aged woman. Yeah. But even, like, if someone's screaming bloody murder at you and stabbing a door with a fucking wooden stake, that must be...
Because he could have, like, I don't know, pushed her or something.
To be fair, he has got great self-control.
Yeah.
Because I think he said the reason he didn't do anything, even when she was clearly physically threatening them, is that most of it was directed at him, not at his girlfriend. Which I sort of understand, because if it were me, if it was directed at the girlfriend, that's when... even like the fucking meekest male
down the stairs
can sometimes your kind of alpha comes out, and you. So to be fair, he's got great self-restraint, because I would probably be in trouble if that was me, because I do not have that self-control. And you can guarantee, even after weeks of like cooling up and complaining, blah blah blah, if I suddenly got into a tussle with her and shoved her down the stairs or whatever, it'll be my fault.
Yeah, of course it will. Yeah,
because that's what the police are interested in. Anyway, results. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to end the show on that note.
What a way to end the show. Talk about a nice bit of Christmas, then we talk about a deranged fucking lunatic.
Yep.
That is the Sweet Connection.
So we'd just like to say thank you all for listening. We hope you had a very good Christmas, and we wish you a happy new year. So thank you very much for listening, and hope to see you again next year. Bye-bye.
Yeah, probably will, yeah.
So, Jason, where can you get more Sweet Connection in your life?
Well, Ben, we are on Facebook at Sweet Connection Podcast, and we're also on Twitter at SweetC_podcast. So you can give us a like or a follow.
And you can also find us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and Podbean. So if you enjoyed the show, you can give us a rating or a review or recommend to a friend.
And if you wanted to email in a topic or a question or just say hi, it's thesweetconnection@outlook.com.
Massive thanks to CIPP and Carlyle Laurent for all of our jingles. Thank you for listening, and catch you next time.
Sweet Connection.